It's another exciting week for Starfinder. Yeah!
Yeah!
I just got flashbacks to high school, like,
Yeah.
Yeah!
I did that.
Same. Yeah!
when you didn't give, like, a good enough, like,
Right.
let's try that again. It's 7 o'clock on a Monday morning, lady.
Yeah.
You need to chill.
Yeah, so it's we're taking our second mission here in the Starfinder universe. Really enjoyed last week's episode, and we're going to pick up right where we left off there. Well, not quite right where we left off. I think last time you guys captured you got the Starfinder insignias. You met up with the person that sold those insignias, and your venture captain, Arvin, had a timely call right when you finished up the mission there.
Yes.
And so I imagine you guys met with him. I don't know if you wanted to take Exagara with you. I think he kind of wants to keep her there for further questioning, but it's kind of up to you if you want to take her along with you. What do you guys want to do?
I mean, I think that was a plan because we didn't know where her ship was.
Well, she imparts that information to you, and she also has a data pad with her that has the location of her ship on there as well. So
Okay.
as far as knowing where the ship is, you have that information. So if you want to take her with you for any other reason, you can. If not, Venture Captain Arvin is happy to keep her at the Starfinder Society and further interrogate her for any information like that. But whatever you guys want to do with her, it's up to you.
Gentlemen?
I mean, I think we should bring her with us.
I have no opinion on the matter.
Okay.
Nah, it's one extra mouth to feed.
Nah, we'll just starve her. It's okay.
Look, that lady creeps me out. I don't want her on the ship. Are you okay, Ryan?
Yeah, I'm alright. Not what I was expecting you to go there. But she knows where her ship is. Like, we need her.
We know where her ship is.
She
We know
just
where
told
the
us.
ship is.
Okay.
Yeah. You're not. Come on, guy.
No, I was reading. I had to read because there's actually a way you have to do this.
No.
Okay. I'll get it wrong. It's on you, not me.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, I'm okay with that.
All right, so you guys, Venture Captain Arvin had contacted you right at the end of the last adventure, and he says, well, I would like for you to come back and meet me at the Starfinder's launch bay. I want you to continue the investigation on this mission. It is of the utmost importance that we find our people. So I invite you to meet me down at the launch bay as soon as possible. So you guys make your way to the launch bay. It's about an hour to get back from where you were down in the vat garden. When you arrive in the docking bay, you see Venture Captain Arvin standing next to an entry ramp. And there's a very sleek-looking starship next to it. He kind of waves his hands over the side of the starship. You can tell he really likes this piece. And he says to you, this is the Loreseeker, a Pegasus-class ship. That's one of the fastest and lightest in the Society's fleets. We know that a lost Starfinder vessel, the Unbounded Wayfarer, was discovered by undead creatures from a starship called the Endless Threnody. We pulled some strings with our most reputable Eoxian contacts to get more information, but they've disavowed knowledge of the Endless Threnody entirely. And he's still staring at the ship. This likely confirms our suspicions that the Endless Threnody is connected with the Corpse Fleet, a group of Eoxian separatists who refuse to work alongside the living. And he finally looks up at you. We have the location of the Endless Threnody in the drift. Courtesy of that ghoul you tracked down, its drift engine is incapacitated, so it's unable to escape the drift. Take the Loreseeker into the drift. Cripple the Eoxian ship. As a Corpse Fleet vessel, they won't be open to negotiations, and recover the location of the lost Starfinder vessel.
Is this ship that he's giving us, is it really actually pretty awesome?
Yeah, turn my computer around here for you to see. I mean, I think it looks pretty cool.
Well, I mean, in the universe, is it actually a decent ship? It's not a hunk of junk that he's
Yeah, I mean, he really, this is a an not like a top level thing, but it's like it's not just your average ship flying around.
Uh-huh.
It's a pretty good ship that they've had here in the Starfinder Society for a while.
Okay, so like Quig's standing while they're standing there and he's talking about it. Quig like just kind of falls down to his knees and he's like, "It's beautiful."
It's a beautiful piece of work, isn't it?
Quick, are you okay?
I just need a minute out.
Come, you can touch it. You can touch it.
He runs up and he like just starts rubbing his face and hands on the side of it.
I turn and go, what have you done? Look what you've done with him now.
And the captain's up doing the same thing.
They're like next to each other doing it. Like they take one on each arm and like wrap it around each other as they're doing it. Nice.
So after a couple of minutes, like the captain like snaps out of it again, and he's like, "Is there anything that you need to do before you disembark?"
I don't think so.
Is there a bathroom in there?
No.
No.
Oh no!
It's really nice, but they forgot the bathroom.
We had to. It was really fast. We had to cut some things, so we took out the bathroom. It was having a lot of weight.
I'll just have to poop in the torpedo tubes.
No. Doesn't have.
Oh man, that's not gonna be good. Fire! Shit.
Doesn't have torpedo tube.
No questions. Let's get on this bad boy.
All right. Good luck, and anytime you need to contact me, feel free to do so.
I got a feeling we won't have to.
Good. I'm going to be ogling my other ships. So you guys board the Loreseeker, and you walk into the ship, and you get to the bridge, and there's the captain's chair in the center. You see the helm station up front, all the various places where the crew are going to sit. So, Des, what role are you going to take?
Quig runs right up to the captain's chair, like as soon as they get in the ship, and he like sprawls out in it.
Navasi, actually, she sees Quig do this and walks up and starts to pull him out like, I don't think so. This is my chair.
And he's like, all right, fine.
All right, where does Quick?
Quick sneeze.
I'm like pulling him by the ear, and that's just like a trigger to sneeze.
So where does Quig go after he's ejected from the captain's seat?
Quig goes down to the engine room because he's an engineer.
All right. There is.
Wow, what a bunch of junk down here.
This thing's a bunch of junk.
All right, there is an engineering station, but you can go down to the engineering room if you like.
Yeah.
You want to get away from everybody. Okay.
Chris, I have one question.
Yes.
Does this have a racing stripe down the middle of this thing?
Yes.
Sweet. We're gonna go so fucking fast.
All right. So as Navasi is sitting in the luxurious leather chair, and Quig is heading out the back doors to get down to the engineering section. Where does Isif go?
He goes straight to the helm, and he's just makes no reaction, just sits down at it.
Guys, I'm good at this, I swear.
So you sit down. It's got this sleek glow, like coming off of the panel.
Isif, that's the toilet.
No, we don't have one
I thought
of
there
those.
wasn't a
He's
toilet.
jiggling the handle. Why will this thing go?
Just keeps flushing it like it overflows.
He has no need for a toilet because he's an android.
Well, that's why. Yeah, he doesn't
That's
realize
why it's
just
funny.
a toilet.
Yeah, you're just like, man, this contraption's really weird. It's like,
She's trying to rev up, but she's not going whoosh.
oh, I flooded her.
Where does Atronus go?
Al's gonna walk on, and he's gonna be like looking at everybody and go, well, only one place for me to go, and sit right in the gunner's chair.
All right. Yeah, so you got like this massive joystick ready to fire the weapons.
Oh yeah.
Navasi straightens up and sits up a little bit higher in the seat and raises both of her hands out in front of her and says, boys, go get them.
And Isif, I don't know what he would do, but he like activates some buttons,
Flushes
and
the toilet again.
flushes the toilet again, and then presses some buttons, and we lift off.
For an ace pilot, he just presses a lot of buttons, so he doesn't know how to fly. He just wrote it down on his resume to make him look better.
He's just like beep boop, beep, 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 boop,
And it just turns into a song.
just happens to hit like the ignition sequence.
It's like in that movie Galaxy Quest where the pilot comes back like after 18 years and he's like flying out and he just like scrapes the side of the
Yeah.
ship as he's flying out.
Yeah.
And they're all looking at each other.
Okay, so yeah, you leave the hangar bay doors. As you leave the station, you pass through this giant armada that surrounds Absalom Station all the time. Just thousands and thousands of ships. It's a normal sight. This isn't like jarring to anybody. You pass through the armada and you get out. You engage your drift engine.
Isif, engage the drift engines.
Boop.
He flushes the toilet again.
I flushed the toilet again.
You non-existent toilet.
You engage the drift engine. It takes about a minute for the system to kick on, and
He
then
notices nothing happens. Like, boop, boop.
He keeps pressing it.
okay.
He knows. He knows what he's
Resetting
doing.
the drift engine every time.
It's just not starting. It's like reset, reset, reset. You're like,
So you engage the drift engine. It takes about a minute, and then there's a flash of light from the engines, and all of a sudden, you.
I'm so happy for you too.
I mean, with
We're
that,
both robots.
yeah, that would work. Both robots.
There you go.
And then all of a sudden, you find yourself inside this immense, empty plane of swirling colors. Need somebody to roll a 5d6. We're gonna figure out how long this trip is gonna take.
5d6.
5d6.
Well, here's 2.
Oh, everyone roll 1.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
And-
someone has to roll 2. I'll roll 2. I rolled a 1 and a 5.
6, 12,
6.
Jeez.
18,
20.
4.
Yeah. Oh. So
22.
22 days.
All right. What is?
shut up.
I think the drift engine on the ship is only 1, so it actually takes you 3 weeks to get here.
Oh,
It is 1, yeah.
Okay.
that's good.
So yeah, if you had a drift engine rating of 2, then you would divide by 2. 3
Oh,
divide by 3.
Jesus.
So yeah. So you guys, you're on a 3-week trip here.
There's no toilet.
You don't need one.
No, but I still have smell receptors. Is that what they called? Don't call it that.
You just called it that.
Yep.
So guess what?
It's now canon.
It's now smell receptors.
So you've been spending about 3 long weeks. Probably had no idea it was going to take this long to get there. You've just had the swirling colors the whole time inside the drift. It's quite beautiful, even though it's a little eerie because it's empty space. You finally arrive at the coordinates. You look around. You don't see a ship.
Yeah, Navasi gets up and she's like, "Do you see anything?"
No. Nothing.
Okay, right at that, when she hears that, she rushes over to run a scan to see if there's any kind of sensors to see if there's something here that we just can't see with the naked eye.
Life form.
And hearing him say nothing, I was immediately gonna jump on the turret and just start scanning to make sure we're not getting like followed or ambushed or what have you.
Okay. So Al powers up the weapons. Navasi, go ahead and roll me a computers check.
Just with
You'll
the
add,
D20.
yeah,
Yes.
and you'll add your computer skill plus the skill of the ship, which I think is a +1 for the
2.
Loreseeker. +2 for the Loreseeker.
12 total. Because it was my roll plus computers plus the 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
12 total.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So Navasi goes over, starts. It's a new ship. Kind of start checking things out. You run a scan. You detect a ship, and it is inbound towards you, coming from the aft portion of the ship.
Behind us. I had to look that up.
Thanks.
Yeah, immediately, as soon as she notices that, she's like, "Boys, be on the lookout. Something's coming our way. Pull this up on the view screen. We need to see what's going on."
Boop.
I love your sound effects.
It's the same button every time.
Resetting drift engine.
There's like
No!
there's one button on his panel. They wanted to keep it really simple.
It just says takeoff, and he just hits it, and the autopilot does everything else.
Isis like, yeah, I'm an ace pilot. He's got one button to push on every ship.
I assume, like, when it gets pulled up on the view screen, I'm controlling the turret, so I'm gonna immediately flip the gun around facing behind us.
Okay.
So I'm in, just in case we have to engage in combat, I'll be ready.
Okay. So the view screen clicks to life. You see this. It's very dim at first, but it comes up on you fast. You see a ship that is bone. Very ancient, very like dinosaur looking, something you dig up. In the very front center of it, there's this circular red. It looks like a dead eye, just like looking at you. And it rushes up from behind you. It's combat time. Starships. It's let's go.
All right, we're gonna learn how to do this.
Yeah. All right. So in combat, there are 3 phases. There's the engineering, helm, and gunnery phase. So we start with the engineering phase. It doesn't matter who goes first on this because this all happens simultaneously. So, Mr. Engineer, you have some actions available to you in this combat. Oh, let me go ahead and put the starships out there too.
All right, so the captain, I can demand, which gives people a bonus. Encourage gives people a bonus. Taunt.
While we're waiting.
Well, actually, okay. So let me clarify.
It's engineering.
In the engineering phase, the captain the captain can act during any phase.
Right.
So you could take an action now or later. So it's up to you guys to decide what you want to do first. But all of this is happening simultaneously.
Okay, I was just wondering if someone's like, oh, I'm going to do this, and rolls and gets crap, and then I'm like, well, I want to encourage. Do I have to do it before they roll? Or
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
And I believe you get to do, that'd be your 1 action per round. Some of those you can only do once per combat. I think that's taunt. But the other ones you can do
I'm flying.
Intimidate is once per person per combat, and I think encourage is anytime.
Okay.
Quig's like down in the engineering bay, like polishing up some of the stuff down there, like making everything shine. He like gets the alert that shit's going down, so he's...
Yeah, I assume that like once we saw it, like I pressed a button, boop, and then like alarms start going
Yeah.
off.
Yeah. So I'm gonna divert power to the engines.
So that's going to be the ship is a tier 1, I believe. It's
Tier 2, right here.
Tier 2? Okay,
Oh,
so...
yeah, it does, yeah.
Okay, so that's DC 13. So Quig is going to divert some power to the engines, so roll me a D20.
19 plus my engineering, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
29?
29, alright, so
Jesus.
Quig was down, like, studying this thing for weeks. And he didn't come up at all, I imagine.
What if we've been
He
eating?
probably
Rats.
smell. I don't know if there's like a shower, so it's like...
The engine looks pristine, but the engine room is covered in rat feces. You said there wasn't a bathroom here.
That was a joke. It's like all in one corner too. So it's like-
Alright, so do you call up to the bridge and kind of tell him, like, hey, you've got...
You got power. To the helm.
Oh,
All right, Ace Pilot, y'all got power now.
thanks.
Good
Alright.
response.
Did you want to take an action this round, in this phase?
I assume I also hear that the engines have power. So Navasi, she looks at Isif and demands, I guess. Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah.
jeez.
Landon now?
That you turn this ship around so we're head to head on facing these guys.
Okay.
Now demand is going to give a +4 to his check, so he's probably going to be doing a piloting check, so that's what you're going to do. So it's going to be a DC 18
For what?
for her demand action.
So
Oh,
I have to-
she's got to roll.
Yeah,
to
she's
give
gotta be
my...
s-
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
It says with a succeed at an intimidate check.
Yes.
Okay.
So DC 18, if you're successful, he gets a +4.
Oh god.
It's a natural one.
Oh
It's a
my
nat
goodness.
I don't think.
So what do you say?
It's like stuttering and like...
Isif, yeah. Yeah, go ahead and turn this thing around.
Okay, yeah, okay. I'll do that.
Okay, now we're on to the helm portion of the combat. So the pilot needs to roll a piloting check.
Man, I'm really kind of missing...
I just automatically have to do that?
I'm like kind of missing the chance
Well,
to have it.
yes,
built on
this is
active
kind of like
screen.
initiative. We roll this every round to see which ship moves first.
Gotcha.
Then after this, if you want to do a maneuver, then you'll roll. Hey, what did you get?
Do I add the bonus from the
Yeah,
ship?
yeah.
So 23.
23? Okay. So you rolled higher than I did. So I actually have to move first. Because
Yeah.
it gives you a tactical advantage. You
Yeah.
know where I'm going.
Yeah.
10. I assume 10 paces.
Yeah.
You take 10 paces and y'all turn around and fire at each other.
Okay, so you see the endless Threnody moving towards you, but doesn't quite, probably closes about half the distance.
Okay. And then right now I can do either a movement or a stunt.
Yeah, so you could just do a straight up movement, or you could roll and see if you can attempt one of those stunts.
I want to do the flip and burn.
Okay, can you read what that is?
The ship moves forward up to half its speed without turning and rotates 180 degrees to face the aft edge at the end of the movement.
Okay, you should have the DC over there.
It's a DC 15 plus 2 times your ship's tier.
Okay, so it's going to be DC 19.
That's 23.
All right,
24.
all right, so
So I would move 5 spaces and turn around.
yes,
Okay.
180 degrees. All right, so all of a sudden there's like the ship moves forward, and then there's like a pulse of light from the engines that spins around 180 degrees, and now you're facing the endless Threnody, staring into that red, lifeless eye.
You did a crazy Ivan.
Yeah, I did like from the pictures. It looks like you know the typical like they go forward and like flip up and they're facing the opposite direction. Pretty cool maneuver, I'd say.
So now we're into the gunnery phase. So
me.
now the way this works is I will still roll my damage first because you act in the order from your piloting check. So just so everybody knows what's going on. All right, so the endless Threnody moves forward, and you see kind of like that eye kind of like pulse, and a shot gets fired off and just sails way like starboard side of your ship.
That's the right side.
The more you know.
All these years of Star Trek really paid off. All right, so now it's Owls.
Just call me Al. It's Al.
Alf?
Yep. I'm eating cats. Hearing Navasi yell at Isif and feeling the ship lurch, I'm gonna, as we're turning, spin the gun around, locking onto my target. I'm gonna fire this coil gun right at this guy.
What's the range on it?
I do not know.
I believe it's a long range weapon. I had this all written down in my book. It's a long range weapon, so
It
that's like 20
literally doesn't
hexes.
say.
It's like 20 hexes. You've got it.
I assume I miss. Yeah. So
Gunnery check is a D20 plus the gunner's base attack bonus,
1.
or your ranks in piloting,
which I don't have.
plus the gunner's dexterity modifier, plus whatever bonuses you get from the ship.
Okay, so with that, it's a 9.
That's with the 9 with all that.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's a miss.
I mean,
Bummer.
you roll a natural 6, you're not gonna hit a lot
Yeah.
of stuff with that.
I mean, their ship's made out of bones.
I know you'd think they're not that strong, but
Well, we're pretty far away.
that's true. So as I
And you also just whip the gun around. Like,
yeah, like as I whip the gun around, I close one eye to try to aim, and I hit the button, and you hear like the coils line up as the electromagnet starts, and just shoots this thing off, but it goes like wide right, and I'm just like, I missed.
All right, so as he fires and makes that shot, you kind of hear like a call, like you hear like this hailing sound, like somebody's trying to contact you.
Let's take that call, shall we?
If you say boop one more time, I swear to God.
It will happen at least 3 more times.
Okay.
All right, you hear this this really like evil, like sickening voice come across and says, "You suck."
All right.
oh, they're taunting us.
And
What?
Let me see what I got here. It's a bluff.
Captain, your rebuttal. No, you.
No, you're the one that sucks.
I'm rubber, you're glue.
All right. It works because he does not taunt you.
Yes.
It bounces back. He's like, shit, I'm glue.
That's what the ships hold together by right now. Their ship's just a bunch of glue.
All right, so that marks one round of Starship combat. Now we're back to round 2, and it's the engineering phase again.
Yeah, so I'm going to divert power to the weapons system.
All right, that is same thing, DC 13.
22.
All right. Quig starts slamming away on the computer keyboard from 1980.
Clack, 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 clack.
He buzzes over the intercom like, now get him, Al!
All right, so now you said that's the weapons?
Yeah.
All right, so any ones that you roll are treated as a 2.
Oh. Thanks, bud.
Okay, now we're on to the helm phase, so we got to roll that piloting check.
Yeah.
15.
All right, I got a 15 too. What are your ranks? Were 1?
Yep.
Okay, I've got 2 ranks, so you must move your starship first.
I'm going to do the evade stunt,
Okay.
which increases our AC. This ship moves up to its speed and can turn as normal, but it gains a +2 circumstance bonus to its AC and TL until the start of the next round.
Okay, so DC 14.
19?
All right, you.
So our AC is now what?
Well, it was 13 before.
Okay, our AC is 15 now.
Nice. Way to go.
Yeah, he does like some maneuvers and stuff.
He drifts lazily to the left.
I drift lazily to the left.
Lazily.
Now you still do normal movement, so you can move closer, but now you've boosted your AC.
I really don't want to move that much, to be honest, because right now I saw that they missed, so
So a little
Okay.
more directly.
I listed lazily to the left.
There you go.
Kind of
Man, this guy's got some maneuvers.
bobbing and weaving as you
Yeah.
do so. All right, now the endless threnody is going to move forward. All right, and gets within about 3 hexes of so he's closing the distance.
Yeah, we should have moved away from him.
Can't go back. No.
Oh, look at that. All this stuff I can do.
There's like 5.
There is a lot of
There's
stuff.
like 8 things that I can do.
All right, now, so no science officer. So now we're on to the gunnery phase, and
And
Altronus is going to be able to act first.
Hey, it's me.
well, before he acts, I demand you, Al, show them that they're the ones that suck.
With an iron fist, she captains.
Right. Okay, so that is only going to be 8 total. So it's a worse fail. Yeah, so she's like, show them that they suck. Like, we're gonna win this.
Al's gonna turn around and like look at her like an eyebrow raised and turn back around and mutter to himself. So then he's gonna fire once again with his coil gun. 15.
15 is a hit.
I did 4d4.
13.
Yeah. So after turning around and muttering that to himself, he takes a deep breath and he's like, "You got this," and just press the fire button again, hearing that lovely sound of his coils firing, and just hears like the retort, "Ting," and just flies true.
And then it goes down a tube and blows up the ship.
Yeah.
With one shot.
Make it. I heard this old man whisper, "Turn off my targeting computer." I was like, ah. But
All right, so the projectile flies across the space between and just pulverizes, like smashes a section of bone off the ship, debris flying into space, and then you see their heavy cannon on the front light up again as it takes a shot at you. So that's 23. Pretty sure there.
Good.
Man, that AC bonus really helped.
Well,
Yeah.
All right, so this is this does 4d8 points of damage.
oh my god.
48 points of damage.
We're dead. No, we're not.
way.
So that's going to be 19 points of damage. Now you're going to apply that to your shields first, and let me see which way our facing is. All right, so this is going to be applied to your forward shields.
Okay, well, those are gone.
Okay, so you go from 10 down to nothing, and then 9 points come off the hull.
What? Okay. I'm gonna assume, like, that just hits, everything, like, shakes, and some sparks fly out from some of this system.
Okay. Oh, and I missed this before. There's actually 2 gunners on the ship, but they're out of... That's the only weapon they have facing forward, so I could take another shot at a penalty, but I'm not going to mess with that right now, so... Alright, so now that is the end of round 2. We're in round 3 of Starship Combat, and it's the engineering phase again.
Okay, so we get rocked by that shot. Quig immediately starts diverting power to the shields. So I can restore an amount of shield points equal to 5% of the PCU rating of the starship's power core.
Which is 150.
Okay, so that works out to 7 points, and everything is going to go into your forward shield because none of your other shields have taken any damage.
Okay.
I think that's correct. So 10% of 150 would be 15. Half of that would be 7.5, but you round down, so 7.
Do I have to roll to make this happen?
Yes, you do have to DC 13. Is it?
That's a 12.
So,
I don't get any bonus from the ship, right?
is there an engineering bonus on there at all? Let's say it down towards the bottom.
No, it's +2 computers, +1 piloting.
Okay, yeah,
What's
I
complement?
fail out.
Just how many people the ship can hold.
Oh, okay.
Hey, you look very nice.
It's also that.
It's the first thing Kevin's ever said that was nice to me.
All right, so
Oh no, we're going back to the
No, I'm just playing, buddy.
battered relationship.
Me, please help me.
This podcast is the only place where he won't hit me.
So Quig is rocked by this and tries to divert power to the shields and kind of gets knocked backwards on his ass while he's...
I slip in some of the rat feces.
He's gonna come
That's
get
what you
clumped
get.
in his own hair, and we're like, oh.
Yeah, actually, Navasi is going to use the communication system,
Okay.
and she is going to taunt this ship.
Hey, you suck.
Okay. So that's going to be... Can you... No, it's going to be DC... You said taunt?
Your mother
Okay.
was a hamster.
So that's
and
gonna be
your father
DC
smelled
18.
Okay.
Chris gets that one.
We'll see if this works first. Oh my
Don't
god.
forget to add your diplomacy bonus to that.
Throw that dice
Or
away.
your...
Remember what I said
not
about you
bluff or
actually just
intimidate, I
bluff?
mean.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's only 12.
Stop.
Okay. So what do you say?
You know, you picked the wrong ship today. We aren't... Yeah.
You suck! And then he closes the computers.
Right.
That's the only that's the only common they know is you suck.
Alright, so Isef, your computer starts to like beep, and you realize that the enemy ship is starting to target one of your systems, and it becomes apparent to you that they're targeting your forward weapons array.
Prefer if you didn't.
So what happens is, this was their science officer scanning your weapon system. You're allowed to target... The next attack made against the target is a critical hit on a 19 or 20. So it just kind of increases the critical hit range
It
to
keys
damage your
it.
system.
Okay.
So, alright, now we are on to the helm phase. You gotta roll pilot checks.
Okay. Roll good, Kevin.
I like the image of Isif's one button starts blinking.
But it's one button. He's like, what does this mean?
Yeah, he didn't tell anybody. I just explained what happened. He didn't say anything.
21.
Alright, you got it. Alright, I got 13, so I gotta move first.
Nice. Should move backwards. He's right in my face. I can see their captain.
Yeah, let's do that.
He's waving at me.
Oh wait, no.
He's like
Yeah,
shaking
wouldn't
his.
we run
he's
into
like,
each other if you do
Yeah.
that?
He's
Well,
like
I
shaking
can't-
his fist.
I can't do that anyway because my turn is not as good as yours. My maneuverability. So
Oh.
Good.
Good, that's right.
I have to move 2 spaces to turn. You guys only have to move 1 space to turn.
That's what that means.
All right, so
Question.
yes.
I have an ability called Flyby.
You buzz the tower.
It says I got that part. During the following gunnery phase, you can select one arc of your starship's weapons to fire at the enemy vessel as if the vessel were in close range. What is that?
So that would be just if you were at a range increment and you were going to take a -2 penalty. It sounds like you can just fire like without that penalty.
But
It requires you to. Let's see. You said flyby.
but it says it literally goes through the hex
Right.
of the enemy starship, so there's no way it would be out of the.
Well, okay. So I'm sorry. Now I remember. So what it is basically you move as normal, but you can move through their space. Okay, without me getting an attack of opportunity, basically.
Yeah.
And then during the gunnery phase, you can select any arc of your ship and fire from that. It's kind of pointless because you've got the turret right now.
Oh, okay.
But if you had more than one gunner, then that would be helpful too, because
Gotcha.
then if you were you could fire from your forward cannon if that was your most powerful weapon.
But the most powerful cannon we have right now is the coil gun.
Right.
I'm just gonna call it a rail gun. That's basically what
Now,
it
is there attack of opportunity stuff if we go next to it?
No, it's only if you move through my space.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because we need a jet, my guy.
So the hex.
Yeah, as in like move.
So just to kind of clear things up, like a hex, it's not like it's a 5-foot space on like a Pathfinder or whenever you're doing hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah.
It represents a much
Yeah,
larger
these would be
area
really
of
tiny
space.
ships.
Yeah. So you have the ability to fly through
like
a space
this
and take opportunity attacks like that.
Yeah.
You can't end your movement in
It's like
there.
a kid
but-
playing with it, like. Zoom. That's hilarious. All right. What you gonna do?
I think I'm gonna do the evade thing again.
Okay.
I just gotta. You can move as normal. I just gotta make a check. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go forward, and then what is you can turn one.
Every space you go, you can turn one. I think it's 60 degrees is what a hex is.
So I was doing that. That shot that I hit him with, like I know you said like some bones come out, but how much damage did it look like we actually did?
It looks like you did a moderate amount of damage.
Okay.
All right, so I moved forward and onto their.
6.
You're like drifting around the front of their ship.
Yeah, or drifting around the front of their ship to get onto their.
And like everybody in the
Their
ships, like
port side.
What's that?
everybody in the ships, like leaning to one side as
Yeah.
we like pull all these
And then I'm
G-force.
going to roll an evade check. That is a 14.
That's just enough.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun,
So we have a
dun.
+2 to our AC.
So you're back to DC or 15. Is
Yeah.
that okay?
Yes.
All right.
Nice.
Very good. Very good.
Pretty cool.
That was
Yeah.
pretty fucking slick, dude.
He pushes his button.
And it just does it for him. Tire mark.
Okay, so now we are on to the gunnery phase.
Hey, it's me.
I had to act first, so I'm going to attack. I'm going to see where are you guys.
Can you attack?
Okay, so you guys are to my port side.
Yeah.
So I can't use my cannon anymore, but I can use my heavy laser cannon, but I can use my light laser cannon.
I'll take that. I don't want to get blasted for however much damage we took last time.
That was 19 damage.
You probably should have faced the ship away from them.
All right, so as you
We
maneuver,
don't have forward shields, and we're not using a front laser cannon.
That's
We're
right.
using a turret.
Damn. Yeah, that makes sense.
all right, so you kind of circle around the ship and you're facing forward towards them. They fire from their port side, and they get a 16.
That's a hit.
Oh man, that was by 1, wasn't it?
Yeah, just by 1.
All right. Luckily, this is the light laser cannon, so it's a little less damage.
1.
Have shields there.
All right, that's I rolled a 2 and a 1, so 3 points of damage on that. So this blasts and it goes right through, hits the hull, mars it up a little bit. We see burn marks, sparks coming off.
No, my ship!
Now, what did that do damage-wise? Like, where did that put you past? Because we got to consider that threshold.
What?
To see if we're critically damaged.
We're still like 30.
You've
No.
taken 13 points of damage.
Yes. To
Okay,
the front.
so you've passed that 11-point damage threshold. So we have to roll to see what system is damaged. So you'll notice down here on your at the bottom of the sheets,
Terrible pilot.
I'll roll, and this will tell us what is damaged. 27. So that's going to be sensors are now glitching, but you don't have a science officer, so not bad.
Yes.
So if somebody wants to just mark glitching on the sensors, that would be something that the engineer could repair. Don't know if it's priority list there, but yeah. So that's how that works. The next time you reach 22 points of damage, you roll that again. Okay. Also, if I rolled a 20, then that would be automatic damage, critical damage. So, all right, we're on to round 4, engineering phase.
No.
Don't worry, Chris. I don't want to go.
Okay.
It's fine.
Oh, you didn't?
Yeah, no,
Oh.
I didn't. It's
Okay,
okay.
good. He doesn't want to go. All right, go.
I hate you. Feeling
Cheating powers.
I know,
Engaged.
feeling Isif do this sweet drift, and I almost fall out of my chair. I sit back and I see, as I refocus, I see the laser hit the front of our ship, and I get jarred, but I'm steeling myself against it, and I'm charging up that coil gun again, trying to take him out. That's a 6. Yep. So I guess I was still maybe my head was still kind of bobbing around, so when I shot it just went right under him.
Went through the space in the bones.
It goes through an eye hole and a skull and out a mouth.
It's the ears.
Yeah, the
In one
ship's
ear and out another.
All right, now we're on to round 4, engineering phase.
I stand back up from slipping in my own dookie.
Do you clean off your shoes?
And I'm oh gosh, I scrape off. I think do I have shoes on? I don't think I do. I'm just stepping in my own poop. So I scrape it off and I'm oh man. I run over and I try and patch the shields again. That's a 19.
All right, you did it. 7 points to those forged shields.
I just got this thing. You're already trying to break my ship.
Navasi, she's like, come on, Al, you've got this, and she tries to encourage you to do better. 16.
16, you got it.
Whoa.
So that's going to be +2 to his next check.
All right, there we go.
Wait, to my attack?
Yep, any check that you would take, but I guess as a gunner, the only one you can do.
I'm taking it.
All right, and up next we're on the helm phase, so we need that pilot check.
Roll good, please.
16.
26. You're up.
We gotta get some space in between us.
Yeah, I think so.
Nose to nose, the Endless Threnody and the Loreseeker.
Do we have the same speed as them?
Loreseeker feels like a research vessel. I don't know why we're out in combat.
Question about their ship. Did you say that they had a weapon on the back also that was facing their aft?
So if you had a science officer, that would be a good way to determine capabilities of the ship. But I'll tell you that looking at the aft portion of the ship, you notice that it's pretty damaged. There's burn marks and looks like fragments knocked off of it. So if there were a weapon system there, you might think that maybe it doesn't work.
All right. I'm gonna do.
Fly away.
Bit.
I mean, we
I'm
have
gonna
more
do-
sheets.
I'm gonna do an evade. That is a 22.
That is just a success.
Alright, good job.
I did it.
What did you do?
I turned the ship around and in an evading manner
So you're
flew
They just
away
did
10
consistent, like,
hexes
arrows.
away. I don't know how much distance that is.
all right. So you lit up the engines and you're
10
like bobbing.
parsecs.
10 parsecs. You lit up the engines. You're bobbing and weaving back and forth to try to put some distance between you and the endless threnody. All right. So they are going to attempt to pursue.
No.
All right, so they managed to turn around a little bit. They're not facing directly at you. They do about a 180, but there's still quite a bit of distance between both ships. And we are on to the gunnery phase. Owl is up first.
That's me.
And you get a +2.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hearing, I assume ISIV say, like, we're going to evasive maneuvers.
That's basically all I've done.
Al's gonna, like, grip, like, make sure he's, like, you know, buckles his seatbelt, make sure he's in so he can get, like, a nice, precise shot when we're done. So, like, he's gonna rotate, he's not gonna whip the turret around, he's gonna, like, rotate it to where he's not, like, disoriented when he gets on, and he's gonna take another shot.
All right.
That is a 23.
I don't have to look. That's a hit.
Yay! That's 11 damage.
All right, so you're fired up the engines, bob and weave back and forth, and Owl takes a shot, does 11 points of damage. You see more of the ship just kind of smattering and breaking apart. And if you look really closely, you notice that everything's hitting. Like, you don't see a flash of shields or anything at all.
Ooh, their shields are damaged.
Well, they didn't have him in the first place.
Shields don't exist.
Okay, I need someone to roll D100. That last shot seemed to do some excessive damage.
That is a 61.
61. All right, so you see like this arc of electricity kind of just spark from the engines in the back of the ship, and the endless threnody starts to like wobble back and forth, just to like tailspin just a little bit. And that puts us. Oh no, I'm going to skip my attack.
You could do that.
Yeah, if you could just skip your attack, that'd be cool.
So I imagine like the gunner position, right? Like I imagine like it's like a screen that shows like from the gun point of view, but also zooms into like the target. So I'm assuming like I just see this like, lads, he's almost down.
Lads.
And lady,
All right, that's a 25.
that hits.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That heavy cannon does a serious like.
Well, this
Oh, is that a light?
it's a light laser, so
Oh, all right. They must have.
Yeah, they can only shoot forward on the
They must have bonus. Well, they're not even facing forward.
yeah. So from the
Quick sneezes.
from the port from the port side of the ship, you see the light laser cannon
Smells
like
bad.
fire up and kind of blast you across the bow and does 5 points of damage. The starboard side.
Shields at
We're
half.
just gonna have to get a piece of paper that we put up on the wall that says like starboard. Aft.
Port.
Yeah.
The shields are taking a bruising, Captain.
I'm giving her all I've got.
Quig's trying a new accent.
Okay, so now what? Be back into the
All right.
engineering.
Yeah. So now we're back at top of round 5, engineering phase.
So Navasi jumps up out of the captain's chair, and she talks to Al, and she's like, "Keep up the good work. You've got it." And she goes to encourage him. That's 12.
If you have any like gunner skills, you know that would help you with him, or pilot skills that would help with Kevin.
I think there's a little bit. Yeah, there's a little bit of pilot, but that's it.
Little bit of pilot in my life.
Yeah, I feel like Navasi, she's not feeling like she's really doing much as a captain, so she gets up out of the chair and she goes over to the science officer position
Okay.
to hopefully do a little bit more for us than there.
So you already acted though, Quig, right?
No,
Did you act? Okay.
I
okay,
did
good.
right before.
I was gonna let it go anyway, but I'm just for future reference. All right, so you get up, you get frustrated, you step up out of the chair, you walk over to the science station where you first scanned for this enemy vessel, and now Quig.
Yeah, I'm gonna reroute. Now that we have shields on the front, even if it's not very much, it's better than nothing. I'm gonna reroute power to the weapon systems. That's a 19.
You got it. So all 1s are 2s now.
Yay.
All right, and I hit the intercom and I'm like, ow, let him have it.
I hit it back and go, trust me, I'm trying, buddy. This whoever the hell's driving this doesn't know what the hell they're doing because it's whipping around all over.
What are we doing?
Pilot check for
Yeah.
initiative order.
The 20.
20, all right. So the Endless Eternity is going to move and try to close the gap.
God, I'm so confused in how like he moves first. I'm thinking, did we like he's messed with my head.
Yeah, it was really weird, but the idea is that whoever rolls lower has the disadvantage by moving first because then you can react.
Yeah, you can react. Yeah,
right.
but
So you see a pulse of red light come from the Endless Threnody as it maneuvers closer and closing the gap between the Loreseeker and itself. Isif takes control of the helm. Isif!
I really don't want to be in the line of sight of the heavy cannon, so I'm gonna do the evade thing again, and we're gonna get onto trying to like get around them. Oh, it's 15. Yeah, got it. All right, yeah. So Isif turns the. Is it a wheel? I assume. I guess it would be a wheel.
Whatever
But
you
he
want
like
it to be.
turns it a
It's a
wheel.
button.
Like he's. It's a button. It's not a button.
it's like a Simon Says thing. It's like beep boop beep boop boop pop. Like when he wants to evade, he has to follow the pattern, or else he messes it up.
Oh my god, that's the best.
So we were facing away from it, and then we did like almost a total like 180 around it, basically.
Like 145 maybe.
Yeah, you basically
We
did like
we ended up behind the ship.
Yeah, so you spun this thing around like super fast. The ship kind of tilted toward the starboard side. Everybody probably lurched in their chairs a little bit as this amazing amount of speed took.
We're just trying to get out of the way of that heavy
Yeah.
cannon because we took a lot of damage from it.
We cut down to the engineering room and Quig just slides across the camera and then slides back the other direction.
All right, science officer.
Okay. So, Navasi's going to try and target their weapon system.
Okay.
You said I take that. Well, just all right.
So it's gonna be a computer's check. It's DC. I think it's gonna be a DC 18.
Kevin, all your dice are gonna get tainted.
Yeah, I'm just ruining all of your dice. That was a 1.
Roll. Roll it again.
She rolled a 1.
Look,
That was a different dice, also.
What is it?
18.
18. That's just enough.
No, she already
Well,
rolled.
yeah, no, I already rolled a 1.
Oh, okay.
She rolled the 1 the first time.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you keep doing this,
hello.
and all you have to do is
Like,
just turn it over. Like,
All right.
look, I got an 18.
All right, Navasi yells out, I'm going to target their weapon system. And then she tries to key in whatever code she can remember. It's been a while since she's done this. But with the glitching, she slams her fists down.
All right, Isif, your computers light up again, and you're aware that they're targeting your weapon systems again.
It was different this time. It wasn't a boo.
yeah. You hit the green one instead of the blue one.
Do you tell anybody? Nope. It's our little secret.
He looks at me and
Loreseeker.
he just goes,
They're targeting our weapon systems.
copy.
So
Not much I can do though.
yeah.
Gunnery phase. So I think you guys rolled lower. So Atronus.
You went first.
You went first.
Oh, did I go first?
Stop cheating, Chris.
Every time.
All right, so he's going to attack with his light laser cannon at a -2 penalty because he's not in the arc, the proper arc. And that is not a hit. I rolled a 3. So he just fires, goes right across the broadside.
Maneuver out of it.
Patronus.
Something cool.
After the encouraging message from my boy Quig and the information that Isef gave me, I'm gonna, steady my breath once again, trying to end this once and for all and taking my shot.
Oh, there
A natural 20.
All right, that's a critical hit.
we go. You mean a
Modify.
Modified 20. I apologize.
Oh, okay, that's not a critical hit, but it's a hit.
The coils are going to spin up, and the shot goes. It hits for 9 damage.
Fuck you.
And you see it hit the Endless Threnody, and you see like cracks just start rippling across this entire ship, and it just like the big red eye just like goes inert, and it just seems like it's drifting in space.
I'd like to imagine like we both shot at the same time, and like the rounds pass each other.
Yeah.
Like, as they go. We did it. I did it. None of y'all helped. I'm just kidding. MVP was Queeg.
So I don't know. Is there some type of like looting?
Looting the ship? Well, your goal is to gain whatever clues you can from the ship, so you would have to board the ship.
Oh. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna fly over to this inert ship. Is what you said, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And dock with it? I don't know.
Yeah, so you could attempt to... So you steer the ship around to the rear side, to the docking bay where you saw the damage before, and you begin to approach it, and you see like this wave of energy kind of like shoot out from it and rock the ship. We'll see you next week.
That's crazy. That's why you don't try to dock with strangers.
I always dock with strangers.
Gross.
That's gross.
Make sure to check out our website at adventureawaitspod.com. There you can find links to our Facebook and Twitter and keep up to date when we release new episodes. And a big thanks to Sirenscape for providing music and sound effects. Check them out at sirenscape.com, where you can revolutionize your tabletop gaming experience.